Welcome to another Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into a massive debate. You know, the one that basically dictates how we spend all our time and energy. On one side, you've got this relentless hustle culture telling you to just grind 24/7, right? And on the exact opposite side, there's this huge modern push for endless life hacks, where everybody is just trying to optimize and find shortcuts for literally everything. But what if both sides are getting it, well, kind of wrong? Let's dive in. I want you to mentally pick a side right now. Seriously. Are you a hard worker or a smart worker? If you ask a room full of people this, you'll see them divide up real quick. Most folks will plant their flag and say, I'm a hard worker. They really take pride in that grit. Others, they'll say, oh, I believe in smart work, not hard work. They pride themselves on efficiencies and those life hacks. We've totally been taught to view this as a strict either-or situation. But what if I told you that both are absolutely crucial, just not in the same places? And that brings us to the core thesis of today's Explainer. Be a hard worker for yourself and a smart worker for the world. This completely busts the myth of the binary choice. You literally don't have to choose between the two. You just need to know exactly where to deploy each strategy. So let's break down what this actually means in the real world.
Section 1. Build your internal foundation. When it comes to your own personal development, you've got to stop looking for shortcuts. I mean, if you want to get fit, you have to do the exercising. If you want to get smarter, you have to do the reading. If you want a specific skill, you have to put in those grueling hours of practice. Nobody else can do this for you. You cannot outsource your discipline to some new app or a virtual assistant. Like, there is no software update on the planet that's going to do your push-ups for you. Those foundational traits require personal, unglamorous, raw effort.
Okay, let's dive into this next part, because this is where a lot of people trip up. You cannot automate your character. If you want to be disciplined, you have to repeatedly do things even when you absolutely do not feel like doing them. Your character is forged in those quiet, really difficult moments where you decide to push through the friction instead of just giving up. There's no algorithm for a strong work ethic or personal resilience. And similarly, you can't just hit download on experience. You have to build yourself. Think about a massive, gorgeous skyscraper. Before you see the luxury rooms, the huge glass windows, and the stunning decor, there is something entirely unseen buried deep underground. The foundation. Your skills, your knowledge, your health, your character, these are your foundation. And building that takes a lot of time. You have to practice and fail while absolutely nobody is watching. You're going to study when no one cares and practice your craft while everyone else is out having a good time. But that unseen internal effort, that's exactly what makes you fundamentally stronger.
Section 2. Create better external systems.
Now we're shifting our journey above ground. We're looking at how we apply that hard-earned internal effort to the external world. You know, our companies, customers, businesses, and teams. This is where the rules of the game completely flip. When you're dealing with the external world, you shouldn't just ask, how can I work harder? Instead, the question is, how intelligently can I solve this problem? Imagine someone is manually typing up the exact same data report every single day, and it takes them 3 solid hours. They might say, hey, I'm a really hardworking employee, and, maybe they are. But what if that whole process could be automated, and that exact same report could be generated in like 15 minutes? The real question isn't how hard they can type, it's how intelligently they can solve the problem of getting the report done in the first place. So what does smart work actually look like in practice? Let me be clear, it is not just working fewer hours so you can go chill at the beach. Smart work means finding a much better way to create results. So instead of solving the exact same problem every single day, fix the root cause. Instead of repeating manual tasks over and over, automate them. Instead of just guessing, use actual data. You build systems, you build teams, and you improve the entire process. The goal here is never to reduce effort just so you can be lazy. The objective of smart work is to radically increase your actual impact in the world. Section 3, the personal growth formula. Now, I do need to give you a quick warning here, because this concept gets hijacked all the time. Smart work is constantly used as a super dangerous excuse to just avoid hard work altogether. People want the end result without doing the learning. They want the massive success without the daily practice. They want the seasoned experience without ever having to fail. They just keep searching for shortcuts without ever building their underlying capability. And this perfectly illustrates the difference between mere motion and actual progress. We are constantly confusing being busy with being productive. Working a 10-hour day, sitting through 5 different meetings, checking off 20 random tasks, that doesn't automatically mean you actually created value. Effort without direction is totally useless.
You can run incredibly hard, but if you're running in the exact wrong direction, what's the point? True productivity means you created value, made real progress, and delivered actual results. So remember, hard work needs clarity, and smart work needs capability. This brings us to a really clear step-by-step chronological formula for personal growth. First, you absolutely must work hard. You've got to learn the fundamentals, build your discipline, make a ton of mistakes, and learn from those failures to build your core capability. Only then, once you actually have that foundation under you, do you move to step 2 and ask, can I do this better? Can I make it faster? Can technology help me here? Can I cut out unnecessary work? You literally cannot optimize a system that doesn't exist yet. Let's ground this whole philosophy with a super practical example. Imagine 2 different people who both want to become amazing public speakers. Person A sits there and watches hundreds of YouTube videos about speaking, hunting for all those smart little hacks, but they rarely ever actually practice speaking out loud. Person B, on the other hand, works hard first. They practice every single day in front of a mirror, they stumble, they make mistakes, they build their internal capability. Then they start working smart. They analyze their recordings, they use technology to track their pacing, they build a repeatable prep process. Person B is powerfully combining hard-earned internal capability with smart external execution. And let me tell you, that combination is completely unstoppable.
Section 4, From Successful to Valuable.
So the crucial point here is that we need a massive paradigm shift. We really shouldn't be asking, should I work hard or work smart? We need to categorize exactly where to apply our raw effort and where to apply our clever innovation. Let's break down exactly what goes where. Here is your internal category. You must work hard on your knowledge, your skills, your health, your discipline, your character, your experience, and your overall personal growth. Remember what we talked about earlier. Your personal development always requires raw, undeniable effort. That hard work leads to your discipline, which builds your skills, which gives you experience, which ultimately creates your core capability.
Now, contrast that with your external world. You must work smart on your processes, your systems, your business strategies, your tech, your teamwork, and your problem solving to create real value. Solving the world's massive problems requires scalable innovation. You don't solve a giant logistical supply chain issue just by chugging coffee and staying awake for 48 hours, right? You solve it by stepping back and designing a better, much more efficient system.
As we reach the climax of this explainer, let's distill this entire philosophy down into 2 absolute truths. Number 1, hard work builds the person. You can never, ever shortcut your personal growth or your foundation. That grit, that unseen, sweaty effort behind closed doors, that is what makes you fundamentally capable of handling whatever crazy challenges the world is going to throw at you.
Truth number 2, smart work multiplies the impact. Once you actually have that deep capability, you have got to stop wasting your energy doing things inefficiently. You have to start looking for better systems, automating that repetitive grunt work, solving root problems, and leveraging technology. Your hard work made you strong. Now your smart work makes your contribution massive. And that leads us to this ultimate takeaway. When both come together, you don't just become successful, you become valuable. Combining incredible internal grit with scalable external systems creates compound value in the world. You become someone who not only has the deep expertise and solid character to do the job, but also the vision and efficiency to completely change how the job is done in the first place. And that makes you completely irreplaceable. So I want to leave you with a provocative question to really chew on today. Where are you currently trying to work smart that actually requires you to work hard? Are you secretly looking for a shortcut in an area where you really just need to sit down and build your foundation? Or on the flip side, are you grinding away manually at some mind-numbing tasks that you totally should have automated months ago? Take a moment today to audit your own habits. Work hard on yourself. Work smart for the world. If you found this explainer valuable and it sparked a few light bulb moments for you, make sure to like and subscribe for more insights on growth and strategy. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I will see you in the next one.